Between the time when the oceans drank Atlantis and the rise of the sons of Arius, there was an age undreamed of. And unto this, Conan, destined to wear the jeweled crown of Aquilonia upon a troubled brow. It is I, his chronicler, who alone can tell thee of his saga. Let me tell you the days of high adventure. We've got Stryker of Enyo. This is another top moments of the week in Star Trek Online. And these moments can be good, they can be bad. What an intro. I've been wanting to do that ever since I captured that footage of me spinning around that chair. This is Lita. You've heard me talk about Hollow Lita, I believe, before. Chase Masterson, I believe that's her name. She reprises the role. And this was a little discrepancy. Notice how small this bird of prey looks like. I mean, look at the windows. They look about as big as my head. Here's the wingspan, which it looks kind of okay, but look how small the neck is. Like, you would have to crawl through it. You wouldn't be able to have a man standing. And look at the size of the bridge. You know, it looked like it was like everybody could fit in there, and that's about it. Now, this is later on in the game, and they seem to have fixed it. Look how much bigger this is. The neck is definitely a lot thicker. That's what she said. And, the bridge seems like that's what it would kind of be. It might seem a little small. You can always tell by the windows. You look at the windows in relationship to the character, and you're like, well, what's a window supposed to look like? Two people standing side by side, so like maybe 3 feet wide, in real life. The box is in my friggin' way. So this looks better, but yeah, that version, not so good. But yeah, the windows seem actually pretty good. This is probably a good 1-to-1 ratio. So nerd approve. This is much better than that earlier one. Okay, so this is some ship combat with twin lasers, or not lasers. Twin beams. You can see it's actually locking on to 2 separate targets. I have to do very little management, and I end up destroying all these ships, and very little aiming, because my weapons are automatically aiming at separate enemies at the same time. I believe because I'm using also the fire at will, so he's actually spreading out the damage. You can see these beams are hitting both targets. Both twin beams are hitting them at the same time. That's pretty cool. You don't get that in Starfleet, and they're all dead. I thought that was pretty impressive. It's pretty fun being Romulan. Number 3. Yeah, we're already at the top 3. So this is Pavel. I believe it is spelled exactly like the name for Pavel Chekhov. Obviously no relation. He's got weird skin, and no, he's not voiced by the actor Walter Koenig. But he has a little thing where he goes and plays hide and seek with you, and you're thinking, oh, this has got to be an achievement. And I'm thinking, well, maybe I need it for something. And then he runs off, and you have to find him underneath like 4 different locations. And this is the last one. This might be the 4th, or it might be a 5th one. It might be the 4th. And all it is for accolades. I'm not sure if you need the accolades in order to still get that one achievement, but it's like, you think to be some kind of payment, just give me a phaser, give me something leveled to my character. But it's like, nope, you found me, that's it. Here's an accolade, the Frog and the Furious. Really? Number 2. So on Risa, if you stand right next to the hut that sells the rocket things, you'll have a off-duty tactical officer arguing with a female Trill, and it's basically Jedzia Dax and Worf, straight out of the episode that they were in. I believe they're both wearing exactly the same outfits that they were wearing. And here's their argument, and it's also an accolade. I believe you need it for the one achievement on Risa, the one out of two of them. And he points at it, and I'm like, "Aw, poor Worf. Here, let me make you feel better, Worf. You're my hero. I love you, Michael Dorn. Let me just bend over here. Get in the gratitude position of Klingon. There we go. And nope, you're done. Wow, you're pretty quick for a Klingon. Number one." This is pretty cool. This is part of the Klingon thing where this bird of prey is perched like this. I ain't gonna ruin it for you. I'm not gonna tell you where you're at. You might be able to figure it out by the snow, maybe or maybe not. But this is pretty cool. It's a pretty cool little moment. Too bad you can't swing the camera around and have your character pose in front of it. But oh well.